Well, it's back for another round. Yes, it is incursions. But we're not going to be talking about that tonight. We're going to be talking about how to lead an Armada. Yes. So, why not come and join me? I'm Admiral Pegasus, and this is Star Trek Fleet Command. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, as I said, we're going to be talking about leading an Armada. So what I've done is I've selected an Armada on screen. As you can see, we're in a Zati, so hopefully we're not going to find any planet killers here, but you never know. This is Star Trek Fleet Command, timelines intermix at will. However, so well, what we're going to cover, basically, what does it mean to lead an Armada? Now, as you remember, I did do a video entitled Armadas 101, which was just generally covering Armadas, and if I remember correctly, it was actually a two-parter because there was just that much information to reveal, well, to relay as quickly as possible. But yeah, the one thing we didn't do is lead an Armada. So, and as you can see, I've got Alliance chat up on the screen as well. Obviously I will be using Alliance chat, and I've warned my Alliance, nothing detrimental to the Alliance. Obviously, anything, cursing's all started, so I'm not particularly that bothered, and I'm sure they're going to throw something in, so keep an eye on that one, because I'm sure they will. But anyway, so what we're going to do is, I've got my Augur now selected and ready to go. And obviously, this is going to be a 15-minute timer, so what we're going to do is, I'm going to go through the basics of leading an Armada, and then we're just going to talk about some random crap, including my plans for if that live stream of mine was not a fluke. So far, from quick intermediaries of pushing of buttons, it doesn't seem to be a fluke, but we'll talk more about that in a minute. So, how about we get this thing started? So what do we do when we're picking an Armada? Well, plain and simple. You're picking an Armada. Where do you want to start an Armada? Do you want to do an uncommon, do you want to do a rare, or do you want to do an epic? Now, usually, it depending on what you want to do, will depend on how much prep you put into this. Me, I don't really put that much into it, even with the epics in Ursula and Groombridge. I don't put much effort into them. I don't do the Deep Space Armadas because they are a different kettle of fish, and I'll have to do a video on that one when I figured it out myself, and it's going to take a few runs of me doing it. But from what I've been told, Deep Space Armadas do not require a basic loadout to do it. They require like mitigation and things like that, but I'm going to have to talk with the other content creators about that and see what advice they can give me. I don't know, maybe even Rev Juice or Ultimate DJs will do videos on them, and I can pitch the information off there, because you know I love to pinch that information. But anyway, so I've picked an Armada, and basically I'm gonna, well, it's simple steps. You pick your Armada, you decide if you're going to run it or not. Okay, yeah, I'm going to run it. So now, before you click Armada, what you need to understand is clicking that button to start your Armada, that is, in my opinion, is you sending an open invitation to everybody in your alliance to come and join your Armada. But the problem is you've got to select who's going to join your Armada. Now, you can do this as a first come, first served. Most alliances nowadays literally say in alliance chat if they're on the way or not. So it could be the first called first gets a spot, and that's what my alliance is, and that's the side of it we're going to look at today. Is the first called, you're in, and it is a level 33 Armada. So literally, normally I won't be too fussy about this, Now, we do have another method, which I'm sure a lot of alliances use across various different servers. It's called an FFA, free for all. So basically it means if you can't be bothered to sit there, watch an alliance chat, you just put it up, you run Armada, and off you go. Or if you've got something important to do, and it's not such a major Armada, like this one is not a major Armada, you can literally just go AFK, away from keyboard. Whether it's to the toilet, whether it's to cook your family's tea, or whether it's a business meeting, who knows. But yeah, I mean, I did 2 epics in rogue space only a couple of days ago? Yeah, just before the live stream. And at the time, I was having this taken off. But I was still able to see my screen enough, and they were level 37 epics, which means I did need to watch to see who comes, who wanted it. Luckily, the second one, only 4 people turned up, so it wasn't too much. But there's more to leading an Armada than just clicking that button. So let's go ahead and click it. So, as we know, it's a 15-minute timer, and this screen is what you're going to get. Now, this is what I like to call your fleet management display. Okay, now, as you can see in the live chat, OMWs are popping up, which is obviously short term for what most people know is on my way. So that's what we use, and I've got 2 so far that I've spotted. So I know I've got 2 players coming to this alliance. But what you're going to do is you're going to get this. Now, obviously, you've got your alliance. Your alliance flag, along with your profile pic, which is obviously the same as what I've got at the top. And then obviously you move down. You've got your Armada strength, which is how much power you're going to bring to bear against that Armada. Then obviously you've got your name, or the leader's name. So in this case, it's going to be me, Pegasus, and then the Armada size. And as you can see, it's got 0/6. That 0 is the number of players currently in your Armada who's actually in place, ready to partake. The 6 is how many you can hold. So I know I can go up to 6 players. But don't forget that 6 also does include yourself. So in 2 minutes 45 seconds, my auger will be there, and that will take up 1 slot. So that's going to give me 5 players to play that I'm going to need to help with this Armada. I can solo this Armada. But we're not going to go there, we're not going to talk about that. And then obviously on the other side, you've got your Armada target information. Now, as you can see, it's an uncommon target, 8.5 million. All I'm going to need roughly is around about 4 million to blow this thing up. Well, as you can see, my auger is 3.4 million. I guarantee you though, if I load my auger out correctly, I can still solo this Armada quite easily. I mean, I'll do it one day on video maybe, who knows. But anyway, and then obviously below the Armada strength as well, you've got the ability to share coordinates. So now, by the looks of it, I've got I think another Armada has been started as well. But as you can see, first player's already turned up, and that's not me. Now, we're going to move on to the next screen of the fleet management system. So as you can see, 2.6 million, that's what I'm starting off with. So, as you can see, 1 player's turned up, and this is what you're going to see. You're going to see a button which you can click, and that is your starring button. And what that is the one that's going to basically make sure that the players who've called get locked in. But the problem is you need to press that yourself. So you can dictate who comes into your Armada. So if I call up my alliance chat now, and just put me hot chocolate down. Yes, it's a hot chocolate, it's not a coffee. So coffee don't really do much for me. But anyway, so yeah, it looks like another Armada's been started nearby. So as you can see, my Armada's there. Tanner started it. So far I've got 3 players who've called. I've got Moggs, I've got Nova, and I've got Skyward. So guys, you're on screen. So I did put a warning out to the Lions that whoever comes are going to be there. So I know these 3 players are going to come to me, and they're telling me that they're on their way. So right, fine, you 3 guys are in. First called, you're in. And then obviously someone else is started on Armada 2. Obviously I've got this. Now Kit has also announced that he's on way to both, so which means he's going to go to the one in Farmer, and he's also coming to mine. So I now know I have an extra player coming. Normally, they'd put my name on the end of it, or the other person who's leading the Armada. So I now know I've got 4 players coming to my Armada. Oh, and look, here comes my Augur. So we'll go back into the fleet management system, and we'll click on this. Here comes Sky, he's inbound. So as you can see, there you go. Now, I've appeared at the top because I'm the leader. I control this Armada. This is my Armada. This is up to me what happens. I can tell people, and leaders, do not be afraid to tell players what crews you specifically want. If you want specific crews in your Armadas, say like you want someone to run a hull breach, you want somebody to run a burning. Say, I need 1 burning crew, 1 hull breach crew. You can let them decide, or if you can, if you're not afraid to really exercise that little bit of authority that you will have over the players in your Armada, because you are the leader, then you can say, for instance, I could say, Sky, I want you to bring burning. Nova, I want you to bring hull breach. I don't really need them for this, so I'm not going to go down that line. This, for me, I would normally call it as an FFA. We tried to limit the FFAs because obviously it's not fair to players as well. But yeah, there it is. So as you can see, I've got 9 minutes left. We've got 9 minutes for Kit to turn up. That's fine. I know for a fact he's going to be there in time. But as you can see, the players are building up. Now, obviously you've got your players' names, levels. And then next up, you've got the ship that they've sent. So I've got 2 Enterprises and a D3 that's arrived, and how strong they are. Now that D3, I'm not bothered the fact it's a weak one, because I know for a fact the strength that we've got through the Enterprises and my Augur, we're going to cane its butt. So if I click off that for a minute, as you can see, 9.3 million already, and that's just the 4 of us. Yeah, we're going to wipe the floor with this Armada. So let's go back in, and then obviously you've got the highlight button, so you can zoom in on specific ships, or you can just scan the crews if you want to. I'm not going to do that because, to me, at the minute, this Armada, you can run whatever you want. This is an educational video about leading Armada, so you can use that to check your Armadas. Now, I think I did do a video on a Mega Cube one as well. I think I did do a video, so go check that one out, and I think that's one. If it's in my list somewhere, I can't remember if I have. I've done that many videos. But the next time ball comes around, which is coming soon, and I'll put the dates up for you. I did say I want specific crews. Someone in my alliance turned around and said, you can't tell people what crews what. I went, actually, I'm the leader of the Armada. Yes, I can. Do not be afraid to tell people what crews you want them to run. So, I've just seen Kit inbound, so we're going to end up with our 5 people. Now, obviously, here he is, he's just joined. Now, obviously, you see I've got 1 empty slot left. Now, normally, during the day, because obviously it is an evening, what time is it now? In England, it's 10 o'clock, okay? So it's 10 o'clock, I'm running this Armada. So most players have gone to bed now, because obviously we do have people from the continent as well. So obviously they're at 11, 12 o'clock, depending on whereabouts in Europe they are. They could be at 9 o'clock now, but you never know. But so I've got that 1 slot, but now if somebody had called for that slot, they'd get that slot. And then I'd be putting in the alliance chat, I'm full. So which means nobody else can join my Armada. Some people might still say on their way. I'll just send them a courtesy message saying, sorry, I'm full. Another courtesy message for the leader is to actually announce who is in your fleet in alliance chat. Just give players the heads up, say, right, you're in. So I'd be saying my fleet would be me, Moggs, Sky, Kit, Nova, and Joe Blogs. So I can call these names now if I wanted to, and I could just put like, I put +1. I've got 1 slot available. That's what that +1 means. If I put a +3, that means I've got 3 slots available. So at least obviously then I'm keeping everyone up to date. But that's it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do the one thing all Armada leaders should, and I'm emphasizing should, do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Star them. Give them a gold star, you know. Tell them, yes, you're in, you're secure, you're not going anywhere. The only way that's going to break is if they go out. Now, this also has an advantage because if more people turn up to your Armada than is actually called, that you didn't know that was coming, and some alliances have that. They do have, I mean, we've had it in our alliance. Some Armadas will have more players turn up who haven't made a call in alliance chat, and they'll just turn up. And if they're stronger, say like, I've got a 1 million ship, stronger than Nova's 829,000 D3. Say somebody came in stronger than him, they would be put into my Armada, and he would be then moved down to below a sign which is queued for the Armada. But the one thing is, as long as I've starred Nova, it doesn't matter if he gets moved down there. When that time has run out in 5 minutes time, he'll be moved straight back up into the active list, because obviously as long as I put 5 stars on my entire fleet, they're going to be the 5 players in my fleet. So they're going to be the 5 players. So this is why it's very, very important that you star your fleet. You star the people who've called that they're on their way. Yeah, it's just like, they've called, you've given an open invitation. Those players have RSPV'd. They've responded to you and said, I'm on my way. Yes, I want part of that action. Yeah, I want to be in that one. May I be in it? You know, things like that. Yeah, I'm coming. I'll be part of it. So they've responded. They've actually taken the decency to say, yeah, I'm on my way. I'm coming. I want it. So do them the decency in return. Give them a star. Let them know, yes, you're going to be part of my Armada. Not a problem. So if they do get moved down to this sign below that says you're queued for the Armada, as long as they've got that star, they will still be in that Armada no matter what, because it means whoever's not starred in your main list is going to get kicked out. Now, the one thing is, if you don't star and they've called and they do get kicked out, they have a valid excuse for kicking off and saying, why? Why was I not in that Armada? Why did I get kicked? And it's down to the leader to explain why they got kicked. Because I couldn't be bothered to star. That's usually my excuse. But yeah, so obviously don't be a dick about it. So now obviously we've got 3 minutes left till the Armada's finished. So what we're going to do quickly is, because I didn't expect myself to talk that long about emphasizing the leader's importance and controlling that fleet. So we're just going to have a quick gander at incursions. Here we go. So obviously we've got the material SLXB, and again it's got your Wharf and Khan in it. So yeah, ideally I'd have preferred to see Rom in this time round. Really would. Next up, it's got the SMS, is the infrastructure, which if we have a quick gander, gain power. Woohoo! So yeah, there you go. So defense platforms scoring 40 points. You might as well just call them buildings. What's the point of putting that extra? That's just extra writing. Just put them under building, for God's sake, because they are technically a building. But anyway, Scopely want to waste characters. Let them kill them off. Then you've got your alliance leaderboard, which is building bonds, which is basically your helps, and strangely enough, start Armadas. So as you can see, 100 points. So I've added 100 points to my Armada for just to my alliance, just for doing that. And obviously it is a solo leaderboard. So and the rewards are actually not too bad. 37.5 thousand Latinum for top place. So yeah, okay, we're down in 9th, so we ain't gonna get a lot. But the one thing is, that's fine. The helps, obviously, it just help your alliance. Yeah, it's just bog standard really. We pretty much got all these last time, but obviously on the second day we got fleet improvement, which was that was a crap event. And then obviously at the end you've got your server milestone as well. So obviously you're scoring. I mean, my server's obviously blasted out quite a lot already before I'd even got logged in, because I didn't get logged in at 5 o'clock. It took me till, well, about 20 past 9 to log in. So yeah, so 4 hours where I've not been in game, but I've been able to do all sorts. So let's go back out and watch the Armada, because we're down to the final minute. Yes, now one other thing I didn't mention in the Armadas, and we're going to see this as well come up, so I'll bring this up ready, is on that last 10 seconds, you cannot be killed in a PvP. None of your players in that Armada can be killed in a PvP. So, by all means, well, yeah, that's that last 10 seconds. And then obviously, the information at the bottom, it says my ship's already in the Armada zone. So there, but the problem is your ship has to be stationary for that 10 seconds. Now I've tried doing it in a war where I literally hit a target just before that 10 seconds. For some reason they still completed that Armada, and I hit them with like 11-12 seconds left on the clock. So technically I should have stopped them doing that Armada, and it was the leader I hit, but they still got it. So there you go, last 10 seconds and my Armada's about to attack. Now are we going to get the glitch? Because there is a glitch. Yes. So there you go, my fleet management system's gone. Oh, and it's kicked off pretty well. So there you go. So that's us winning that Armada. Like I said, it was going to be an easy win anyway, not a problem. It's added some points to Cosmic Cleanup. Woohoo! Yeah, now I can't show you Cosmic Cleanup because unfortunately I need the Enterprise for one, and I need to take it to a system where I can actually get some level 49 kills. Unfortunately, going into Sol at the minute, it's a bit of a pain in the rear because not many show up, and I don't want to be in Kronos because I don't need to add to the Federation faction. But yeah, so that's leading the Armada. Let me know if this video was of any value to you in any way, shape or form. Drop it in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to smash that like button as well. So let me just let the fleet know. So we go. Cheers guys, hope you smiled for the, oh hello, for the, oh my lordy, I hate my keyboard. So there we go. I thought they would actually go off with some random stuff, but they did. But anyway, so that was leading Armadas 102 in my opinion, and how to basically lead an Armada. Like I said, if you did find it of value, if there was some information in there for you, please drop it in the comment section down below. We've had this starring system in for a while now, but yet surprisingly, it is actually surprising how many, even experienced players, don't understand. So hopefully if you've watched this video, there's your information. This whole video is here to help you. Also, like I said, I do have some live streams coming up. They are going to be random. Yes, they will be random, because I'm still not confident YouTube was meant to have let me go live yet, because I'm supposed to need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watched hours. Yeah, I'm nowhere near on either, but yet for some reason now I could do a live stream. So the next attempt on live stream I'm going to do will be on the EU's incursions. So I will be going live on that as well. So do feel free to come and join me on that one. It's going to start sometime after 9 o'clock, because obviously I've got to get my kids down to bed first and make sure they're actually asleep. So they're not going to come down and disturb me, because at the minute, my dog's just come and joined me. She's not joined the comment section, but she's come and actually sat between my feet. So thanks Peps. But yeah, so look out for that, and then obviously I'll do one, maybe two more live streams, and then hopefully one of those is actually going to, well actually no, I said August won't be, the patch notes for August won't be a live stream, because the live streams at the minute can only be in an evening. But we'll see what happens. If I've got the opportunity to do a live stream, I will do one. If not, but we'll see. But anyway, I've blabbered on enough. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. I've been Admiral Pegasus. This has been Armadas 102, leading an Armada. I'll catch you on the next video or the live stream. Live long and prosper. Goodbye.